Okay, so is everybody set? Oh, you don't have to say that. You don't have to answer. Too many people. Wah! Okay, so I first wanted to thank everybody for being here because this is all about communicating with our kids and learning something in the meantime. But the impetus for this was to provide a way to start offering more communication partners for our students who are deaf and hard of hearing. And this group is wildly larger than I anticipated, which is great. Let's see, it's made up of staff members of all sorts, paras, teachers, psychs, SLPs, psychologists, administrators, special ed, general ed, principals, everybody. And there is also there are also some parents on here. So, and I think a student or two, and older students are welcome to join, either your kids in the background, if that's where you are, and you're muted and that's okay with you, then that's totally okay with me. Please use the chat box. It's kind of hard, I want it to be an interactive class, but it's kind of hard to be an interactive class with 70 or 80 people on here. So just keep that in mind. And if you need me to slow down or to clarify or to repeat something, put that in the chat box. I have 1 or 2 people monitoring that chat box and can interrupt me if I don't see it. If you also have like philosophical questions or larger questions, kind of about content, then put those in the chat box, and even if they aren't addressed immediately, then I'm happy to either address those in the next session or have you email me or me email you back, just to be as interactive and as helpful and as possible. Let's see, what else? Oh, I've also heard that, so the way I've emailed most of you is through ProDev. So you've gotten an email that says email at SchoolNet or something like that as the return address. And some people have had that show up in their regular mailbox, and some people have had that in their focused box, and some people have had it show up in their other box. So be sure that you check your other box. I might make an email list of everybody, but it's a lot of people. And I would ordinarily put everybody in the BCC box, but then when I go back to try to address all of that, it's all gone, and I'm not going to make an email list of 80 people every single time to email something out. If you guys don't mind seeing each other's addresses, which I kind of assume you might not, since most of them are all known to each other, but I don't know how to deal with that yet. I will be sending out the list of vocabulary that we're going to be working on before each class, so that you have something to look at, and if you need to make any notes or just want to keep track of it. So you will be getting email from me. So I'll either make a list and send it to a big, huge group of people, or just keep looking for that, that address to come with information. So the goal of this class, as I said, is to provide more communication partners for our kids who are deaf and hard of hearing, and to enable you guys to, as you run into kids in the hallway, to be able to just say, hi, how are you? Or nice shirt, or, that's a really great art project you're working on, or something like that. Along with that, I want to give you some tips and some perspective on the experiences of both being a child or a person with hearing loss, and also kind of the experience, the things that you need to kind of think about as a teacher, as to help understand their experience that they can't articulate to you yet. So that's why I sent you that video today that some of you may have been able to watch, may not have been able to watch. But at any rate, I have 4 videos that I will send out over the 12 weeks. I mean, not 12 weeks, 6 weeks, the 12 sessions. That will give you just some information here and there. And some of it might be more technical than you want, some of it might not be, but there's some information in there that will help you shape how you address kids and kind of the context within which they operate and live in school with. So I hope that is helpful as well. I'm also recording this, so I will send out the recording to you after the class is done, once I figure out how to do that. And that will give you something to look at again, or to study or review, or if you miss a class, I will still be sending it to you. Because it's a basic vocabulary class, it's not like if you miss a class, you'll be lost the next time you show up. It doesn't really build on itself so much. Also, I've probably chosen way more vocabulary than we can cover, but we'll just see how far we get. I don't want to be like someone who, I hate it when you go to those workshops and people say, well, you're going to have to be quiet and listen really fast because I have so much to tell you and I don't have enough time. I don't want to do it that way because I'd rather you learn the information and it be enjoyable. Rather than just me throwing a whole bunch of stuff at you. So today may be okay though, because it's not a huge list. Anyway, all right. So that's kind of it for housekeeping. Let me know if anything, it's kind of a short list today. So there are some, hang on a second, my cat reader, maybe you should use a pen. It's hard to read your pencil. Here you go. Okay, so remember, if I go too fast, just put it in the, or you want me to do it again, just put your question or your request in the chat window. All right. There are 5 different parameters to signs. So ASL is a full language, just like English is a full language, and it is no more universal than English is. ASL is the signed language of the United States and of Canada. Mexico has its own sign language. Japan has its own sign language. France has its own sign language. ASL was actually codified by a Frenchman, so the structure of it bears a lot of similarity to the French language. So I hear. I wasn't very good at learning French. I was pretty good at ASL though. So anyway, what you learn in this vocabulary list will be good for here or Canada, wherever you want to go, just kind of some things. Anyway, so there's 5 parameters. I won't do them all on one day, but I thought I'd spread them out over time. And one of the parameters for it is palm orientation. So one of the things that you need to pay attention to is whether your hand is facing out or back at you. So when you, for example, here's the sign for 6, but it's also the sign, so here's the sign for W, but it's also the sign for 6. And so as you count, you'll have to think about which way Or, you know, as you watch signs, you have to figure out which way the palm is oriented, because that'll let you know, give you some more information about which sign something is. Let's see, you have a dominant hand and you have a non-dominant hand, and it doesn't matter whether your dominant hand is left or right, but a basic rule is that your dominant hand is going to be doing the movement of a sign, and if it is a two-handed sign, your non-dominant hand is going to be the foundation. It's not going to move. So for instance, one of our signs on here for today is the sign stop. So stop is formed by your hand, one hand being out, palm up, and the other hand coming down like this, sideways. So it looks like this, stop. And I'll try to show you different views of this, if that helps you learn what it looks like from different views. So my non-dominant hand is just holding the space for stop to happen on top of it. For this sign later, we'll learn other signs like clean up or nice. Notice my non-dominant hand doesn't move. Okay, so palm orientation and sign hand movement, we'll get into that. A lot of this stuff will come up multiple times, don't worry about it. I would imagine with this first list, a lot of you are familiar with a lot of these signs. Yes, if you are left-handed, it is okay for your non-dominant hand to be your right hand. Yep, yep. Good question, but that's why I wanted to bring that up. So left-handed, right-handed, it's just a matter of dominant versus non-dominant. So your first sign is yes. This is you making a fist with your thumb in front of your hand, not off to the side, but over in front. And you do this, and it's kind of iconic. You know, you can think of this as your head moving. Yes. And then the opposite to that, the no, is put your fingers like this and put your finger and your two fingers together, and you just go like this. And you do this. Now here's another thing I want to tell you about yes and no. If you're doing yes, don't look like this. If you're doing no, don't do like this. Because part of the meaning and part of the production of the sign is that your face has to match. 3 times for each sign, doesn't matter? No. I'm just demonstrating for you. It happens to be 3. Didn't know it. Thanks for being attentive and counting. So part of the grammar, a large part of the grammar in ASL is your facial expressions. And even if it wasn't part of the grammar, kids who are deaf and hard of hearing are checking in for all the visual cues they can get. So if your face is saying, good girl, good boy, woohoo, I'm happy, and you're doing this, what do you think they're going to pay attention to? Even though you're saying no, they're going to pay attention to your face. So don't give them a mixed message. And when you're telling them no, it's kind of like, you know, when kids do something and you really want to laugh and you have to be serious. So it's the same sort of thing, you know, maybe you don't feel very firm, and also you don't have to be like, no. So don't be too harsh when you're saying no. Just really make sure that your face is matching your intention and it's matching what you're saying. So if you're saying no, can't do that. No, you know, so realize that you're going to be able to yell with your face and your hands together. You're going to be able to express all sorts of things and make sure that that's measured. so that somebody doesn't feel like you're being a weird cheerleader and saying more than you want to, or that you're not yelling. So just be really aware of your facial expressions, because it's a big, huge part of, not only is it a part of their visual environment that they're reading in terms of nonverbal cues, it is also a measure of the grammar that goes along with it. All right, so we've done yes, yes, and no. More, more. You take your fingers and put them together like this. More. All your fingers touching your thumbs. More. And finished or all done is all done. It's kind of like your hands are full and you dump them out. I'm going to sit back a little bit. So one of the things we'll talk about later is your signing space. And basically your signing space is here. I didn't want to put my glasses on, so I've been sitting a little closer, but maybe I ought to do that next time. Anyway, so finished, finished, more. And you can ask the question with your eyebrows raised. Do you want more? So even you don't even need to do a whole sentence. You can just do it with your face. More? Obviously, you're asking the question, do you want more? Do you want more? Are you done? Finished? Or you can just tell somebody, finished. And confirm that with a head nod. Yes, you are finished. Yes, we are finished. Another way that people use finished is like this. Just kind of, and it's kind of like, cut it out. Nah, cut it out. But that's later. All right. Hello. Typical greeting is hello, kind of like saluting almost. But hello. And goodbye, pretty universal. Bye-bye, bye-bye. We've already done stop, stop, stop. Go, go, or go. Sometimes you might see two G's, go, but most people just do go. Or point to the destination spot. Go on over there, go on over there. You, go over there. But we're gonna go, wait. So this is kind of your hands crooked like this. And then you wiggle your fingers. And one in front of the other. Kind of like a line. Put this one out, put this one up, or put this one up, put that one out. And then you just wiggle your fingers. And you kind of give a waiting look. Wait. Kind of like the look you'd give if you were telling somebody just to wait a minute. So wiggle. Hello signs with two sides, extra excited. Yeah, pretty much. Hello. Wow, hello. Yeah. Doesn't matter which is forward for wait. Again, you'll naturally do that with dominant versus non-dominant probably, but no, it doesn't matter. And you can do it one-handed. And if you're going to do it in a whole class or in front of a whole lot of people, you want to use two hands because it's a better visual. But if you're just one-on-one with the student, or you're really close by, or you just want to talk quietly, just wait a minute, you can just use one hand. That's fine. And again, doesn't matter whether your left hand or your right hand are in front, that's fine. Help. You're going to two-handed sign. So you're going to have your palm up and you're going to have your fist with your thumb up. Help. Make a fist, stick your thumb up and tap it lightly on your hand. One thing that will come in later is directionality in signs. So, okay, what has come here? I'll get there in just a second. So help, you might see kids say this. And they started out here and they go to here towards themselves. So that would be you help me. And you could sign I close to you, help you. Or I help you. Or you help me. So it's called a directional sign. Not all signs are that way at all, but there are many that are. Come here. Come here. Come here. So go away, come here. They're just opposite. Same thing. It's kind of universal, that come here. Help does not have to go up. I know a lot of people do that, but it doesn't have to do that. Just help. Do you want help? Eyebrows up. Do you want help? Time. Time. Clicking your watch, touching your watch. So if you say time to be done, that's what that is, right? Time to go. Time, bye-bye. That sort of thing. Again, put your palm out again, and then this hand is crooked. You can see that, and it goes to this again. 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 So if somebody signs something and you don't understand what they say, you could say, again, again, and have a puzzled look on your face. Or if you want somebody to try again, just say, again, again, we're gonna do it again. Again, have your face match your signing. So again is pretty non-fun, or again is way more fun, or anything in between. Let's see, eat. Same as more. Oh, would you repeat the first sign with the curved palm? What was that? Yes, no, more, finished, hello, goodbye.
Were you saying wait? Was that the wait one?
Oh,
With the curved palm? Was that the wait?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure. Thank you.
Yep. Wait. Eat. Same as more. Same hand shape as more, but to your mouth. So you're holding your hand. Your fingers are touching the top of your thumb, and you're putting it to your mouth. Eat. Oh, I skipped please and thank you. You're right. Sorry. Well, let's just do eat. Eat. And drink is like a cup. So I'm going to drink. Same motion. Drink. Eat. Drink. Please. Yeah. Time to drink, please. No, no, no. Okay, so please, flat palm on your opposite upper shoulder in a circle with a nice look on your face. Please, please. Sorry, when you're apologizing, is a fist in the same place. So make your facial expressions different. So even if you get it wrong, somebody's going to be able to tell from reading your face that what you mean. And even if the child gets it wrong, you can read from their face in the context. And you can just gently, model that language for them again. Thank you. Now here's a thank you is from Flat Hand. And yes, it is okay to mouth the words when you sign. Thank you just goes as a flat palm that goes from your mouth or from your chin out towards them. It can land in your hand, but more often than not, this is considered good. So here's a confusing part. Good and thank you can look exactly the same. So you're really relying on context more than that. Good often lands in your hand like, oh, that was so good. Good. But thank you doesn't usually land in your hand. All right. Yes, no, more, finished, hello, goodbye, please, thank you, stop, go, wait, help, time, again, eat, drink, sleep. So sleep is like your hand, and you just bring it down over your face like you're closing your eyes. And you just kind of fall a little bit like that. And bring your hand down to your thumb. Sleep. Sleep. Time to sleep. Clean up. So time for clean up. Start the back of your hand and move forward. And it's a repetitive sign. If you do it once, it's neat or nice. But if you do it multiple times, it is clean up. And you kind of it's semi-directional, so you clean up wherever you want to clean up. So if you just want to clean up over here, clean up over there. If you want to clean up over there, clean up over there. Time to clean up in general, like you're in a classroom or you walk into a child's bedroom and you think, you just do clean up. So that's clean up your toys, that's clean up your clothes off the floor, that's clean up your work and your paper. Clean up. Not to be confused necessarily with nice or neat, because you could clean up and then you come back and you look and you say, ooh, nice, ooh, neat. That's just once. Clean up is a repeated sign. Okay, play. We've seen this hand shape before. So you put your pinky and your thumbs out and you just play. Play, play, play. Some people do it like this. And Kayla said, is that kind of nice the same you would use for describing someone? Yeah, they're a nice person. They're very nice. Okay, so play. Bathroom. Probably most of you know this sign. So you take your fist, put your thumb in between your first and middle finger, and just move it back and forth. Now this sign is a sign for bathroom. It's also the sign for I have to go to the bathroom. It's also the sign for a little kid, oops, I already went and peed my pants. It's just all things bathroom. So if they just say this, they've got their eyebrows raised. Can I go to the bathroom? Or you could sign to them, do you need to go to the bathroom? Or when it's not, when you're telling and not asking, you just say bathroom, go. Or you can say bathroom, all done. For the kids who are, you know, going to the bathroom 12 times in half an hour, bathroom, done. Time to work. Oh, I don't think I have work in here. Oh, I do. Okay, work. 2 fists. Put them on top of each other. Work. C. Thumbs. What do you mean by thumbs?
You'd been, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd been really intentional about the yes. And so I was just curious, are the thumbs when you're making a fist, are they in a specific spot or no? Or does it matter?
Oh, for yes, they're in front. Your
Yeah,
thumbs
no,
are
I
in.
know, but for this one, for work, is
Oh.
it intentional? It doesn't matter?
Well, it doesn't really matter, but I would put them in front again.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. C. So these 2 fingers are your eyeballs. So you're going to ask someone to see something, or you're going to say, I, point to yourself, see, and be looking at it. I see you. I see a cat. I see play area, whatever it is. So see, and it's directional, whichever, where you're looking. So see, palm orientation. This is one of those tricky ones because see, some people would say I see or I look. You can say, look at that. If you're telling somebody to do something, it's like point your eyes in this direction. So look, here's your paper, look. But if you are saying, I see it, I see it. It's a little more awkward to do it this way, and it's a little more forceful. So I would just say, I see, do you see it? But if you want somebody to look at something, you either tell them to notice it, put your eyes right here, or just say, see it, look at this. They're kind of used interchangeably. Is that kind of clear as mud? I hope. But it's, yeah. Think about what you're asking them to do. You know, take your eyeball and put it right there, or take both of your eyeballs and put it right there. Or you can say that you are seeing it and just less aggressively. Oh, I see that over there. We covered work, walk. These are your feet. So you can walk this way. You can walk this way. Do, 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 do. Or you can walk this way. You get to describe how the walk is happening by the use of your hands. So I put this in because I was thinking about kids in the hallway, passing kids in the hallway. So they're going to be running sometimes and you want them to walk. So you can just say, stop, walk. You can get into fancy or silly walks, however you would like to, but I just put it in for walk. Danger, something is dangerous. You're going to take your palm, your hand, put it out this way. So your palm is facing you and the back of your hand is facing, and you're going to do, oh, nice job walking. Yeah, okay, hang on a sec. So, well, you can just say nice walk. Just take out the job. So you just say nice walk. Good. Thumbs up, thumbs down, universal. Feel free to use that. Okay, so danger is this. So you're using your hand with, and not with your fist, with your thumb along the side, and you're going up. Danger. So Tiffany wants to know if we sign like we speak. In other words, is there a sign for every word? No, there is not. So ASL is a language that communicates by concept, not by word. So in other words, I can say this is the sign for danger, but really what I'm conveying is that there is something dangerous here that could harm you. When I say, it's easier to understand when you have a larger vocabulary. But in other words, you go from concept to concept, and that's what makes it really difficult to sign and speak at the same time and provide a full language model. So if, for example, I want to say, go to the store and buy 3 eggs. It's really concrete. So I could say, please go to the store. But see, I'm signing, please go store, buy 3 eggs. Instead of, please go to the store and buy 3 eggs, which incorporates a whole lot more language and grammatical structure. But if you have somebody who's hearing and just needs assigning support, then that could help convey some of the main ideas. If you are talking to somebody who is signing as their primary language, then that's a totally different ball of wax. That's kind of my intro comment on that, but we could get into more detail on that. Feel free to ask more questions about that. Okay, so the last one we have is line up. So this gets into some pronoun use. You have to imagine that all of your fingers are people. So if you want people to line up, like you're going to line up your class before you walk down the hallway, you're going to put them in a line. And because there are more than 8 of them, you're going to stretch it out. So you're going to say, line up. You're going to move from having your hands, your fingers closed, to having them separated, and you're going to move out. So line up, line up. There you go. So let's go through them all again, huh? All right, I'm going to start at the top. Say, yes. Notice your head is moving. No. Your face is matching what you're saying. More. We're going to do some more work. More. Or all done. All done. Hi. Hello. Or if you haven't seen somebody in a long time, you're really thrilled. Hello. And you can kind of do like this crouch into hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. Please. Please. And thank you. Thank you. Stop. 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 You might want to shake your head no. Because again, you're conveying a concept. You need to stop. And I don't like what you're doing. So stop. You're giving a whole picture. Go. Go. The sign for you're welcome. So technically speaking, there is no sign for you're welcome. But if you want to welcome somebody into a room, you have your hand slightly bent and you welcome them. It's like scooping something and bringing it towards you. So welcome to this class. But if somebody does something and you say, people sometimes do say, you're welcome. But really, you just kind of do thank you back. So someone says, thank you. You say, you're welcome. Or no big deal. No big deal. No biggie is just your eyeballs, like your eyeball mask, your Lone Ranger mask. And you just shake it back and forth with the look on your face. Because if you do this, no idea what that means. No problem. Happy to do it. You're conveying the concept of, no big deal. I'm happy to do it, which in essence means you're welcome, right? So, that's the answer for, is there a sign for you're welcome? Good question. Wait. So again, your crooked palm, wiggly fingers. Help. On your flat palm, thumb up from your fist. Help. Help me, or you help me. I help you. Time. Pretty universal. Again, same crooked hand, crooked palm as for wait. There are 45 hand shapes in ASL. This is one of them. We're using it a lot today. Again. Eat. This is another popular one. Fingers to your thumb. Eat. Drink. And you can rest your thumb on your lip, bottom lip, or the top of your chin. Drink. Sleep. Bring your hands down to sleep. Clean up. Clean up. Play. Play. Bathroom. Thumb with your thumb through your finger and your middle finger. See. I see the bird. Work. Work. Walk. Danger. I guess I do it as a fist more than I do it out here. So danger and line up. Okay, short list today. That's about it. Does anybody have any danger again? Yeah, sure. So either your hand out like this or as a fist, but you're going to be using this space either way, the back of your palm, and a fist with your thumb up, and you do it like this. For some reason, I think of this as kind of like a carrot grater, which I don't know why, but it just does that for me. I guess you got to watch if your nails are sharp, but anyway, danger. Knew I wouldn't be the only one. Thumbs are not really your kiddos in line now because they're so short. You think about where's, people talking to each other. What is that song? Where's Thumpkin? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. So just think about these being kids. And you get more of a consistent line visually than if you put your thumbs in, because they're just too short. So when you spread your fingers apart, then your vision or your visual memory can fill in this gap in between your two hands with more people. It's also like if you see a bunch of people walking in a line, they'll do that too. Any other questions? 5 parameters of ASL that you mentioned earlier, palm orientation, and well, you're just gonna have to come back to class because there are more of them, and I didn't want to do them all at once. So come back for more. Any other questions? Oh, somebody wants to know what's coming up. Well, so I'm glad you'll be back, and I'm glad you enjoyed the class. What's coming up is lesson 2, and I rewrote all my lesson plans last night, so I don't remember what lesson 2 is, but it's going to be really good. Oh, I think it's school routines and objects, and then there's home routines and objects. That's either tomorrow or the next time, and the next time, or a couple out. I'm not quite sure. Reviewing days of the week. Yes, this class is going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2:30 to 3:30. Same Zoom link. So come back to this same link. It will work again and again. And I will send a recording of this. Printable content to use to practice or classroom signs to help students remember. Well, there are lots of books. Oh, that's the thing. I was going to send you some, I will send you some book resources, some that are really simple, one that's a really great spanking new dictionary put out by Gallaudet Press, which is really cool. And I'll be sending those things along. And then this class, because we had to put it off a day, off a section, then it's going to finish up on the Monday after school is out. So if school's done on the 18th, which is Thursday, it'll be finished up the following Monday. I hope that you guys might want to stick around for that. It's only an hour out of your summer. But at any rate, and like I said, if you have to miss a class, then you can, you'll get the recording, and there'll be time up there there'll be time up there to see it. and you won't be lost because we won't build too much on it. But look at what you know how to do already. So you could say, time to work, all done with playing, or the other way around. You can clean up, go to the bathroom, eat, time to eat. So look at all the sentences you can say with just the 20 signs that you've got so far. Linda, my colleague, is teaching an advanced class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She's working in the district as well. She's been working one-on-one with some of our deaf preschoolers, and she is doing an advanced beginning class. So people who it's assuming that you have a whole lot of vocabulary under your belt and are ready for sentences and grammar. She's also a deaf woman and is not using an interpreter. There's a question about whether she will be recording her sessions too. I don't know. But I will ask her. I would imagine she might be, and we'll see what we can do. We do want this to. I'm either going to figure out how to post these up onto YouTube or someplace on the district. And don't tell me the 18 options I have right now because I can't fit them in my head. Or I will make some other videos that are not class related so that people can see the same vocabulary. So there will be more to come. Anyway, that's it. Good job, you guys. Thanks for coming. And I'll see you on, let's see, what's today? Today's Wednesday. I'll see you on Monday. Okay? Bye. Thank you. Bye.